Hey, so we're live. I haven't done this for a little while. I'm just going to wait for some people to tune in. I have got the heater on. It's pretty chilly in England at the moment. So, yeah, no one's watching at the moment, but... Sorry, just have a swig of my drink. I was just trying to set this up. Last time I did it, I was kind of experimenting with different angles and stuff, but someone said it was pretty tricky to see the guitar. So, if you can see me and the guitar at the same time. Still nobody watching. Come and join us, come and join us. Yes, so today I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they learn the guitar. And as well as that, we're also going to be learning how to play Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol, which is a really good song if you can play some open chords. And there's like some, it's like a power chord in it, but some other stuff's going on as well. And it's not too tricky to get under your fingers. There's only really 2 bits to the song. And once you've got those bits, you can play the whole song. And it's kind of important, I think, to have songs that you can play all the way through. And yeah, because it's cool to be able to play little bits of songs, but if you can't play a whole song, it's not quite as good, is it? Is the chat working? It looks like we've got a few people with us now. There's 3 people watching, 2 people watching. Say hello and where you are. Let's get the chat going. And yeah, don't be shy. So just wait until a few more people are with us. What's it like in your part of the world? It is pretty chilly here at the moment. It's winter in the UK. I've had a bit of ice and stuff, but it is particularly cold today. So is anyone with us? Who's with us? So we'll give it a few more seconds, maybe a little bit, maybe a minute longer, and then we'll get into the lesson today. So you having a good weekend? What are we up to? Is the chat not working? I don't think the chat's working, is it? Unless you guys are just really shy today. Oh. So yeah, I'm going to get into one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're learning the guitar is learning things in the wrong order. If you learn things in the wrong order, you're nearly guaranteed to fail, or at least become very frustrated for a very long time. And the reason this is because your fingers need to adapt to be able to play certain things. Like for example, if you were to play a D chord, if you don't know a D just uses 3 fingers and it goes over 2 frets. And if you were to do that before you learn how to play a C chord uses 3 fingers but over 3 frets, and you have to stretch your fingers out a little bit more over the guitar, and it's quite a lot trickier to get. So if you were to pick a C chord rather than a D chord to start with, you'd probably end up getting very frustrated, and it takes quite a lot longer to get a C than it does a D. Whereas if you were to play a D first, you get your fingers kind of ready for playing other chords, and it'd be so much easier. And instead of getting frustrated and feeling like you couldn't do it, you'd feel, oh, this is great, I can play some music, and you want to do it a lot more. Apparently, according to statistics, 95% of people that try and learn the guitar actually fail. They fail miserably, and this is one of the biggest reasons, is because yeah, people just learn things in the wrong order. So without a system, you're kind of guaranteed to fail, which is a shame. And the thing about YouTube is a great way to learn if you kind of know what you're going to learn and you're picking the right stuff to learn. But if you pick the wrong things to learn, which is very easy to do, because unfortunately the videos that you watch don't have labels on saying this is a great one to learn if you've been playing for 3 weeks, or this is a great one to learn if you've been playing for like 2 months, or they're just there showing you how to do stuff, but the people doing the videos don't actually know kind of what you can do and what you can't do. And like I say, it's hard for you to know, almost impossible for you to know if that is the right level for you. So yeah. Like some of the notes on the guitar, or there's different ways you can play chords, but the notes on the guitar, the way it's laid out, some of the chords are easier to get than others. If you were to learn how to do a bar chord, which is a bit of a killer, bar chords are like, once you've got a bar chord, you can play like so many more things. Before you did a power chord, I don't know if you can see here, we've got like this is a full bar chord. If we were to do that before we did a power chord, which is just the top part of the bar chord, it would be so much more difficult than if you just learn how to play some power chords. If you can see that, so we're just playing 2 strings at a time rather than a bar chord, which is all the way across. And so much more difficult to get. Your hand has to develop, your fingers have to stretch. So you might pick a song that you really like that's got some really tricky chords in, and you end up getting frustrated and not want to do it, start feeling like, oh, this is too difficult, so and so's making it look easy, and do you know what I mean? So it's just going to make it so much more difficult. Whereas if you use a system, so you've got your open chords. I don't know if you've seen my video I did not so long ago called, I think, what was it called? I can't remember the name of it now. Totally forgot the name of it. Easy things that anyone can play on the guitar, and we start off with like Smoke on the Water on one string and stuff like that. And once you've done that, got some riffs under your fingers, and you can start to learn some chords, because you'll be able to play music in no time at all. So you know, that's what we want, isn't it? You don't want to spend ages and ages slogging away, feeling like you're not getting anywhere. I might just move this actually, like, so that's a bit better, isn't it? Make my face a bit bigger. So yeah, you just want to put in, you know, you don't want to put in loads of effort and feel like you're getting nowhere, getting overwhelmed, frustrated, feeling like you can't do it. It's not what you want. You want to, you know, you want to feel like you're getting somewhere, make progress as much as you can, as quickly as you can. And the way to do that is to have a system. Start off, make things as easy as you can. So pick things that are really mega easy, and just make them slightly more difficult each time. And you know, still play songs that you love, because I mean, who wants to play stuff they don't enjoy playing? You want to play your favourite songs, but pick some of your favourite songs that are easier to play, rather than, you know, the difficult ones, and think, yeah, I'm just going to persevere until I can do it, because you're more than likely going to want to give up, because it's going to be really tricky to do, and you know, it's not going to be so much of an enjoyable experience. There's a guy that I'm teaching, and he's got some, you know, the songs he likes, the music he likes is really cool. But he's only been playing for, I think he got a guitar just before lockdown, at the first, you know, when the pandemic came in. So it must have been like, I think it was Christmas 2019. And I started to teach him, and then the lockdown came in, and he didn't fancy having like Zoom lessons or Skype lessons, so he didn't really learn for a long time. You know, he was teaching himself a few bits here and there, and he wasn't sure what he should be able to do and what level he should be at and stuff. And he was just adamant that he wanted to play his favourite songs, and they were not easy songs. And so, you know, I said to him, it might be easier just to do some easy stuff first. But he was like, no, I'm going to definitely do this. I just want to play my favourite songs. You know, it doesn't matter how long it takes. And he's got to the point where now he realises that isn't quite the thing that he should be doing, and he's going to take some baby steps and learn how to do all the other stuff. And it's taken him a little while to get to that stage. But he's got there now, and he's going to make so much more progress in, you know, a lot less time, which is really cool. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to say about, you know, one of the biggest mistakes that, you know, people make when they're playing the guitar or learning the guitar is to learn things in the wrong order. So yeah, just try. If it seems too difficult and it's taking too long to learn, it's probably not the right order. I mean, it's difficult to know these things. But I can help you with these. You know, if there's any questions you've got, get in touch, and I can point you in the right direction and send you some resources, and yeah, I can help you get to where you want to go. So what I'm going to do today is show you how to play Chasing Cars. I hope this heater here isn't too noisy. I don't know if anyone's if the chat's working at all. Is the chat working? Live chat. Welcome to live chat. Maybe it is working. It's been a while since I've done this. YouTube live, that is. Is anyone watching? It looks like there's someone watching, but no one said hello yet. So I'm just kind of garbling on, talking to myself. Say hello if you're with me. Hello, wherever you are. I don't know if it's working. I think it is. Welcome to live chat. So yeah, we're going to start off with Chasing Cars. It starts off with this. I'll just play the first bit through for you so you can hear how it goes, and then we'll break it down. Hopefully you can see that. So that's basically the bit that goes on through the verse. You've got like a power chord to start with. It's an A power chord. You might have seen my video I did recently on power chords, and this was actually in the song Hell's Bells by AC/DC. It's a power chord. Usually we play power chords on these two strings and these two strings, but sometimes we'll play them on the middle two strings as well, and it's the same shape. So we're going to play the 7th fret on the D and the 9th fret on the G. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go between the two of them. Usually you'd use your 3rd finger on a power chord, so you've got your 1st finger and your 3rd finger. But because of this, the next bit is actually a bit of a stretch, so we're going to go 6 and 9 for the next bit. It actually works out easier to use your little finger because then it becomes quite a stretch. But if you can do it like that, then obviously do it like that. But you might want to try it like this. I kind of cheat and use my little finger. So yeah, we're just going to go... 8 of those, 8 each, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to stretch our finger like I said, so we're going to leave our little finger where it is, and we're going to put our 1st finger on the 6 on the D, so it's going to go back a fret, and do 8 of those, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the next bit's quite good because it's a bit easier, so we're just going to take our 1st finger off and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're back to the first shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's the whole bit for the verse. It repeats that bit, so I'll just play it through one more time without counting so you can kind of hear how it goes. So. So that's the verse part. Sorry, it's wet my nose. It's a bit chilly in here. And it does that every time it does the verse in the song. And the chorus, like I said, there's only 2 bits to this song. So once you've got the 2 parts, you can kind of play the whole thing. I think the trickiest part of this song, you know, if you're not used to changing chord shapes, that might be a little bit tricky. But it's kind of going from one part to the other. So once you're here, we're going to jump down to like a normal A chord. Just trying to make it so you can see, hopefully everyone can see the chord shapes. This is an A. If you haven't played A before, what it is, you're going to use your 1st finger, you're going to put that on the 2nd fret on the D, you're going to use your 2nd finger, put that 2nd fret of the G, and our 3rd finger, we're going to put on the 2nd fret of the B. I'm going to play all the strings apart from the very top one. So we're going to, I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can see. I remember last time I did this, someone said they couldn't see, so I turned the phone around thinking it would be okay, and then it was on the side. It didn't really work out very well. So yeah, I'm just sticking to portrait, I think it's called. So we're going to go, I'll show you the chords first, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with them. So this is our A chord. Then we've got an E chord, which is our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the G, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the A, 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the D. Bit of a twist to that one. Trying to remember how it went. And yeah, so that's our E chord. For that one, we're going to play all the strings. So if you haven't done this before, make sure you're using your tips of your fingers so that they don't hit the strings underneath, because if they do, it's not going to ring out and they're not going to sound how you want them to. So yeah, tips of your fingers. And make sure your nails are short because they get in the way. And then the last chord we've got is a D, which I mentioned earlier. And how we do that one, 1st finger, 1st fret of the G, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the E, and then 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the B. And with that one, we're going to play all the strings apart from the top 2. So if you don't know the names of the strings, we've got E, A, D, G, B, and E. And an easy way to remember that is you can say elephants and donkeys grow big ears, which makes it way easier for me to remember anyway. And so we're going to miss out the top 2, the elephants and we're going to play D. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, make sure you're using the tips of your fingers so that they will ring out nicely, the strings. And all we're going to do is we're going to play A, and I'll show you how the strum pattern goes. It's going to be... So what that basically is 16 down strums. So we're not going to... You may have found, if you've been playing for a little while, or you've tried different things out and stuff, that down strums are way more natural than up strums. And the reason that is, you're kind of going upstream with up strums. They just don't seem quite as easy, and it's a lot more natural to strum down than it is to try and strum up. So don't worry if it's taking you a little bit longer to get up strums than it is down strums. It's kind of normal. So yeah, so rather than counting to 16, we count to 8 twice. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go to E, and we're going to do that exact same pattern. So E was this chord. If you don't remember, you've got your first finger on the G on the first fret, second finger on the A on the second fret, and third finger on the D also on the second fret. I'm going to do that same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go to D and do that exact same thing. So I kind of think D's like a triangle, because you've got like a point here, and a point here. And to me it looks kind of like a triangle. So if you think it's like a triangle, that might help you to remember it. So yeah, first finger, second fret on the G, second finger, second fret on the E, and third finger, third fret on the B. And we're going to do 16 down strums on that again, exactly, can't get my words out, exactly the same as the other two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go back to A again and do the same, 16, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it seems like the chat is working, because Christina, my girlfriend, has just said hello. So hello Christina, how you doing? If there's anyone else watching, it seems like there's a few people watching, then just say hello and we can have a chat, see how you're doing. So yeah, that is basically Chasing Cars. I mean, it is not rather a long song. It's about 3 or 4 minutes long. So there are different parts to it. Some of the verses and choruses are longer than others. But once you've got those 2 bits, the rest of it is kind of a bit easier to get. It's just learning the structure of it, so that you know which bit's which and kind of what goes where and that. But if we just recap what we've done, so we're going to do the verse again. So there's the verse and the chorus one more time. I might play it up to speed so you can just hear kind of more how it goes. So hopefully you can still see. So they're all the parts to Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. Yeah, that's kind of all we're going to do today in this Sunday Live. The reason that I haven't done one for so long is because during the lockdown and stuff, there wasn't any gigs. And it was easy to fit in Sunday Lives on Sunday morning, because I wasn't getting in at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and then feeling like a zombie the next day. So yeah, it's been great to do another Sunday Live, and hopefully I'll do some more soon. But that's all for today. Have a great weekend, or what's left of it, wherever you are. I'm going to stop it now. Just got to remember how to do this. Cool, yeah. See you later, guys.